Hi, and welcome to our new North American zoo. I'm Jackal. I'm not new here, but I am new to the YouTube creator space, so this is going to be my first recorded zoo series. I've been building for about a year now. I've got other zoos in the background. If you want, I'll show them off in some future date, but, for now I just want to focus on this project. So, let's talk about what's going on here, because it's kind of a unique setup. We are on the Bernie Goodwin Memorial Map, which is one of the campaign scenarios. Y'all should have access to this in, the pre-made tab, the Scenario Sandbox tab. I can't remember what it is right now. But I rather like this map. It's small, it's very unique, and I think it's our only waterlogged map. I think some of the map skirts now include water as of the latest update, but, even so, none of them are this island style. So, anyway, when you load up this map in career, it's incredibly small. Which is kind of the whole point of the challenge. You have this really small space of flat land to build on, but once you load up this in sandbox size, it doubles or something. So, very unique setup with the island style. And then on top of that, you've actually got quite a deceptive amount of space to work with. It's also got a somewhat unique palette. It's not Karsmire or anything. That one was really unique, and I wish that we had it for more of the biomes. But this one's pretty cool. It's almost like taiga, but it's not quite. You'll notice it when we start doing the rock work. None of the colors quite match, but I don't know, I really like it. So, okay, so what are our plans here? Well, in the short term, we finished up this entrance. I'll talk about that in a second, don't worry. But then we move on to this nice platform here that I ultimately turn into a restaurant. And then after that, we build the outline for the buffalo pronghorn enclosure. And then I move on to our last major buildings, a canteen and a staff building. For the long term, though, like I said, we're going to be focusing on making this a North America map. So you might be asking, okay, but why did I build a been too wrong sign at the beginning of the episode? Okay, so this is going to be North America, but it's going to be North America with a twist. But we'll talk about that twist, later on when it really comes up. But I wanted to focus on a couple of things with the zoo. First and foremost, I want to highlight all of the animals available in the game. Although except for, the 3 that came out in the Twilight Pack, I don't know. That happened after I built most of the zoo. We might go back and add them, actually. I think I've got a little bit of room for them since they're so small. But second, I wanted to focus on, the insane biome diversity in North America, as a continent. I didn't want to just do the standard buffalo, bear, cougar thing in a forest. I wanted to show off, the deserts of Utah and the beaches of California and, the jungles of Mexico. So we're going to start off with, the standard North America forest, but, it's going to diversify pretty quickly. So I should probably, circle back to the elephant in the room. You're not missing anything. There is no episode 1. This is episode 2. Episode 1 got lost to the void when I was sending stuff over to my editor. So now we're kind of having to play catch up. But anyway, so last episode, which nobody will ever see, I built the zoo entrance and that first enclosure. And originally I wanted to put cats or something in there. But then it wasn't enough space, and I realized that cats are kind of a weird animal to start with, and binturongs were the only thing that, really fit the bill for what I'd, want to put over there. Oh well, it's fine, right? So, but, speaking of the animals, there is a thing that I kind of need to bring up. I'm going to build that buffalo enclosure, and then I'm not going to put buffaloes in it. I'm actually not going to put animals in their enclosures until the series is completely done. I know that that's probably going to be really unpopular, and it's not really what most creators do, but I'm doing it for a couple of reasons, and I talk about it later in the series, but, the first thing is that, when we put these animals in, I really want to highlight the individual animal, give them some facts about their species, their history, their environment, not just, throw down a jaguar in some B-reel and, move on. But the second reason is practical. As much as I would love to do the animal spotlights at the end of the episode, putting down an animal means, all the management parts of the game come into play. And that means, jumping around a lot to deal with the animals and the staff, and then that's more editing, and it just slows everything down. And I didn't want to do that to the editor or myself, and instead I wanted to just focus on making this zoo look as good as I possibly can get it, get everything functioning, and then bring in the animals. I know it's probably going to be disappointing. I know that's probably not what y'all would probably want to see, but I'm hoping that, you'll stick around anyway and watch the progress of the zoo, because, it ends up being really cool. And like I said, it's not going to be animalless forever. But the last thing that I want to note, again, this is going to be kind of a weird series. Most of the time, a lot of people like to focus on realism in this game. They want to make really nice backstage areas. They want to focus on, having all the tools and the pieces, where it would be. And I don't build like that. I really like to build the experience of the thing more than the realism of the thing, if that makes sense. I guess more like, when you go to a theme park and you walk in and, that you're not in, a medieval castle, but, the whole experience is that you're gonna go walk through a medieval castle. I want to capture that more than I want to capture, a perfectly realistic, this is how this thing would be, except that I've digitized it, So yeah, I really want to make this a place, like a North American zoo that I would want to visit in my wildest dreams, if I could build a zoo, the perfect zoo, to showcase all of North America, this is what I would want to build. So yeah, we're gonna try and focus on North America as a whole, show off as many animals as we can, and just really make this area look interesting and fun, and really, really capture all of the crazy stuff that North America has, so I really enjoyed, building the zoo, and I'm really, I'm excited for y'all to see it, and I really hope that you enjoy it. So before we get into the rest of the time-lapse, I do want to mention that when the series is done, the zoo is going to be up on the Steam Workshop, probably, hopefully nothing bad happens. So I don't want to release it now, because otherwise it would kind of spoil the series, but it will be up for y'all to, play through and, see for yourselves. So anyway, thanks for listening to my ramble. I hope y'all have as much fun watching this as I had building it, and I will see you in episode 3.